I just felt like a hole being burned in the side of my head because somebody was staring at me. Anyways, we're not starting this vlog until you guys subscribe to this channel. Huh, Cashy? Huh? Subscribe. Tell them, subscribe. Right here. Right here. Right here. Go. Subscribe. Push that button. Push that button. Push that button. Huh? Tell them to subscribe, like, and comment this video for this cute face. Oh, yes. With that said, we'll get started. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and we will continue to bring you some marvelous footage. Let's go.
Morning, y'all. It is Saturday. This kid's trying to have chips for breakfast. Siete ahí. So every other weekend Betsy works. This is her weekend to work. I stay alone with the kids throughout the day while she sleeps. She wakes up at about 4 or 5. And in the meantime, I hang out with them all day by myself. Is it hard? Absolutely, because toddlers are everywhere. Ahí están listos. ¿A dónde vamos?
Al parque.
Al parque, a jugar con Gigi. How do you feel about the boys and me and Betsy and with 2 moms, and you were kind of thrown into this family?
Well, I think that it's normal now.
Yeah?
You know, you see it more and more.
So you don't think anything different?
No.
What if Gigi turned out to be a lesbian?
She will be my daughter forever. I will support her in anything she does. Me and German have these type of talks all the time. You know, whatever my daughter does, whatever she wants to do, I'm always going to be there.
How does he feel about that?
He feels the same way.
Yeah. What about in terms of religion? How do you feel with religion and
religion? I just feel like I believe in God. Depending on what day I consider myself a Christian, sometimes I don't. But it's like it's like everything, you know, there's good and there's bad with everything. And Gigi can grow up to do whatever she wants to do. If she wants to be, you know.
Is Gigi baptized?
She's baptized, but that's because of your brother. If it would have been up to me, I mean, you know. But she can grow up to do whatever.
Do you feel like same-sex couples should baptize their kids?
I think to each its own. Sometimes what happens is that we fall in the pressure of our family.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the boys having 2 moms?
I just feel happy for them because you guys are really supporting their life. So I'm happy for them because they have 2 good moms.
Does it seem different, or do you think they're weird because of that?
It's not weird, but when you kind of hear it, it's kind of like weird, but then you get used to it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's okay. Some people have 2 moms instead of 1 dad and 1 mom.
Oh, so it's okay for you. You don't worry about that type of stuff. Now, in the future, what would you do if your cousins ask you why they don't have a dad? What would you say?
I'll say, honestly, this is a tough question, but I'm gonna answer it. I'll say, everyone is special, so just love the time that you have with your 2 moms. 2 moms are like the best. And I would just be a little jealous.
Pretty face. Thanks, girl. It's not a mimosa, but she wished it was. Alright, we got Dina, Sean, Dad, Amy. Alright, so we're gonna talk a little bit about pregnancy, the process, and how they feel about becoming granddads. This is my dad, my biological dad. And then that's my stepdaddy. So they're my dads, and they've been together for 15 years. 15 years.
Married 4.
Dad, how do you feel about Dean and I's process?
Great, fantastic. I think it's the perfect blend for the two of you. IVF, because it's your egg, your DNA, and it's Dina's lovely body that's going to nurture and grow the baby itself. The fact that you are both involved is perfect.
Yeah, I think it was the best choice for us.
You know, family is family, and Dina's my family.
Yeah.
So if it was her biological child from her egg, I would love the child no differently. You know, it would be part of our family, and it would grow up in our family, and I would love it and teach it. And I mean, you know, I say it because we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But I would love the child. I would nurture the child just as much as I would, you know, with it being your biological child.
So, Sean, God, I met you when I was, how old was I?
Well,
See, 15 years ago.
19?
Yeah, I was about 19 or 20, I think, maybe. And
It was daunting.
so, how did you feel when my dad said that he had a kid?
I thought, wow, you have a kid that old?
Yeah.
What age were you?
Yeah.
And then he told me he was 19. But, you know, I'm from Ireland. Lots of people in Ireland had kids really young.
Yeah.
What was more daunting was meeting you for the first time.
Yeah, I remember.
We were dating for 4 months, and Rick asked me over to his mom and dad's house for a Christmas party. So he had already told me the whole story about Erica. She drove a Jetta, yada yada yada. I pulled up outside the house and there's a Jetta, and I'm like,
She wasn't supposed to be there.
she wasn't supposed to be there. And I pulled up beside the house and I see a Jetta. I'm like, oh. So I actually sat in the car for 20 minutes to compose myself before I went in.
Before you jumped into the fire.
Yeah. And then I jumped in and I think we hit it off pretty quickly.
He actually sat next to me, and I was like, oh shit, alright. Sit next to me, okay? You a brave one, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we had a conversation, and he was like legit. There wasn't anything fake about it, you know? It wasn't trying to, you know, win me over for my dad's sake or anything like that. It was more like he was just trying to get to know me. How did you feel having a gay daughter? How did you find out I was gay?
I'm not sure. I
You don't remember, huh?
Right. Yeah, I don't
I don't remember either.
I think it was leaked, you know, how your family.
I think it was my mom. who told
Yeah,
me.
and I think what her and I discussed it, and she said she always knew that she said I always knew she liked girls.
Really?
Yeah, and I think being a dad, I didn't see it. You know, I didn't. I was more worried about you getting pregnant, you know, early in life.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she was definitely a tomboy.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's too much emphasis placed on the sex of a person. You know, whether you're female or male. I think we're all people. You know, and we all have two different sides, a masculine side and a feminine side. Yeah. So just because she had a masculine side that was tomboyish, it didn't actually mean to me that she was lesbian. You know, she was athletic, is what I thought. A relationship can be a friendship, it can be a marriage, it could be a partnership, you know? So if you teach the child, you know, the facts of a relationship, and then say there are different, you know, they can be different types of relationships between two men that are married, between two women that are married, but, you know, there are common denominator is that it is based on love, friendship, support, you know, and if the child understands that, then it's easier to understand in a more broad sense.
After all, my brothers all met up, which is awesome. These are the Cabreras.
You owe me some money.
And my cuñado. So we're just gonna ask them a couple questions in regards to Liam, and let's see what they say. So after you guys harassed me for so long about having a baby, now that he's finally here, how do you feel? Very happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It feels pretty awesome. I'm glad that you took the first step to getting a little baby, poop them out.
I did feel that you were maybe not wanting to go there yet, and I didn't know when you were gonna get to that stage. And I'm very happy that you finally did.
I thought you were never gonna.
I just kind of feel it was a whole thing of you probably, I don't know if it sounds weird or not, but first it was a whole thing of like transitioning your life of, you know, you had boyfriends, and then we all kind of just found out, you know, that I don't know if you were considered bisexual or not, or
That is actually another one of my questions.
sorry.
No.
Anyways, so you know, trying to find yourself or whatever it was, and it was kind of like the whole party life. And I just felt at first it was more like you didn't know if we just kind of wanted you to have a baby to settle down at first. You know what I mean? Because you were kind of wild and about. And then no. And then I just kind of felt like, and then when you did try, it was very difficult for you because of whatever health problems it was or whatever reasons it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I just honestly thought it was never gonna happen, not like in a bad way. So when it happened, I was just like, wow, it's good, what a blessing, you know? Like, gracias a Dios.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Thanks. Ever been embarrassed that your sister is
No.
lesbian?
No, not at all. A lot of people have like friends and people asking me, oh yeah, you know, like, how is it having a lesbian as a sister and, you know, with the baby? And I'm like, it's normal. Like, it's, yeah. And I mean, I know a lot of people who still are very traditional thinking and they see the issue with it. And I'm like, okay, so I try to ask them, why would it be a problem?
Religion.
Well, my parents, they just think it's a man and a woman. And I'm like, okay, but things have changed, you know? It's okay for a woman to love a woman. Like, ¿qué tiene de malo, you know? Like, so I personally, I'm really, really happy for you. And baby, you know what I mean? Look at Liam. We're like, he's our gift.
I do have to say that I know it was kind of a shock, you know. I'm happy that you finally did come out. I think a part of that was kind of keeping you could say kind of, you were holding back and you were kind of maybe going through this path that wasn't for you. And I'm just happy the fact that, you know, we became into your life and that, you know, you were able to come out. And I think that she also very much helped you, you know, go into the right path. And I think that it's just showing us how far you've gotten. And you as well, Vivi, that the fact that we have this little thing now with us.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, it was more of a like, whoa, really? I mean, I've been for it, you know, it never bothered me, ever. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I speak for my brothers as well. It was more of a, oh shit, like what is my parents gonna think about this? You know what I mean? Which in our reality, who gives a shit, you know what I mean? Because this is your life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, obviously they're important to us, but
I think they took it the hardest.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of everyone, because we were more open-minded.
But if you want to be honest, I mean, they're old school. The reason why they took it like that is gonna be like, oh, pues qué va a pensar la tía Juana? You know what I mean? Like, oh, en el rancho, qué va a pensar la gente? Or my daughter, que es machorra, and they call her like whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all those.
But it's like for me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, that's what's up, man. I mean, if it whatever you decide to do with your life, I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, no me afecta. You know what I mean? And if it makes you happy, by all means, adelante. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it definitely was like, Really? Like, oh shit. Like, she was a hardcore, like, fucking boyfriend, meat lover, you know? Straight up like meat lover, and all of a sudden, le gusta la torta. I'm like, alright. Cool.
Me?
I'm like, red.
Yeah, but I'm blushing.
I was like, alright then.
I don't know if I can speak for my parents. I know for them it's been a really hard transition. I have spoken open about this with them, and so I feel in a way I can represent them by saying that they're not, you can say, super duper happy of this, because like you say, they're very traditional, and they know as the Bible, as their generations before them.
Comfortable.
Exactly, and it's just something about, I think, maybe not knowing and everything else, but they accept your way of life. They accept your lifestyle, and they love you and Vivi because you guys both, I think, for what you guys have shown. Vivi, you've been very supportive of Magali.
Oh, absolutely.
And you guys both have been able to have a beautiful relationship. And I think that they see that, and they see that you maybe you never were able to find yourself with a man like that. And the fact that you did it with Vivi, I think it's just, they're opening up more to
the idea of everything.
Hey, it's the other way around, okay?
It's a tough life.
Yeah, I know.
How tough could it be with
it? Pretty tough.
I mean, my dad, I think my dad is more of a, he was always like good with it, and he was just kind of like always being like, fuck, you know, or your mom, it was a hard hit for your mom, and my mom would cry about it and whatever. My mom thought she failed. Because again, we're talking about the same thing again, but it's just a tradition, you know what I mean? It's like, in their country, in Mexico, whatever it is, it's like, oh, eso no está bien, it's not good, it's not okay, you know, it's not okay. Religion-wise, or whatever it is.
Since he doesn't have, quote unquote, a father figure in his life, do you guys see yourselves being more active with him? And
this is for the males.
Yeah, sorry.
Melvin, Fernando, Roy.
Yeah, and I want to be there, you know, to set him straight if he's messing up in school or if he's trying to ditch.
Yeah, and I think that's what we want to.
Whip his little ass.
I want to show him this like first like porn magazine and shit, you know, and be like, yo, dude, check it out. This is what's gonna destroy your life.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna take him to the racetrack.
You know,
get him some tickets.
Yeah.
Teach him how to get tickets. Yeah.
Teach him how to drive stick shift.
I just wanted to mention it's as I'm not a parent biologically yet, you know, but I can't imagine how hurtful it is to know, like, if you find out your kid is getting bullied at school because, you know, you're dating or your parents are both mothers or men, you know what I mean, both gay couple, or it's really hard. I can't imagine how it is, you know, to explain to your kid, but as long as you try, you know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of kids don't get that confidence by hiding things, and that's what's really important. You just communicate with them. By doing that, it's not going to be easier, but at least they'll get a little bit more of an idea. Okay, mom talked about that, you know what I mean? So that's my opinion.
Luckily, we have a circle of friends that have kids, and so when my son goes and sees his other, we call them his cousins, you know, he's gonna see, oh, I'm not the only one that has two mommies, so I'm not, you know, abnormal. So what do you guys think about us doing this vlog? Do you guys like it?
I think it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Yes.
Because, I mean, nobody's teaching anyone that there's gay people and gay couples out there, and they're doing what you guys did to have a kid. So they're not even teaching that at school. So sometimes you can't really blame others because they don't know. They're not educated on how the process and all that. Nobody's talking about it.
So as you guys may or may not know, we are doing this show called The Lesbi Mom Show.
Lesbi Mom.
And it's to educate people within our community, the gay community, and outside of the gay community about same-sex parents, parenting, our struggles, beliefs, things, raising our kids basically. And since you guys are my sisters, and my other sister, I want you guys to share with us as my family how you guys feel. So obviously Cashin biologically is not my child, okay, but to me that doesn't matter. What do you guys feel about that?
He's us, you know? I don't know. Like,
does it like ever cross your mind, like when you look at him, like, oh, you be honest?
No.
I just think he hella looks like Bonnet.
Yeah, that too.
You look like mom. No.
No, it doesn't bother us. No. Well, for me at least, no. I don't think it bothered me. No.
What about you, Mitz?
Shoot, that was my dog, man.
Okay. People ask me about that at school too.
What they ask you about it at school? What do they say, and what is your response?
Like they ask like, oh, your sisters, they're like together but they have a kid. I was like, yeah, they did like the whole egg thing. Are you about to cry? They did like the whole egg thing and they were like, oh, that's different. Yeah, and
yeah, but I see a lot of same-sex marriage parents now, especially like when I was on BART the other week. Like there's a lot more dads. I was surprising because, you know, I'm so used to seeing, you know, you guys and your friends being like the moms, and like to see like 2 dads was crazy. It was cool. I didn't see nothing wrong with it, you know. I see other people staring at them like, oh my god, there's 2 dads. Like, no, I was like, dude, and I like went up to one and I'm like, my sisters are moms, and they were like, oh my god, like that's amazing.
Do you ever like wonder like how he's gonna grow up with 2 moms? Like, do you think like he's not gonna be manly enough or anything like that?
People ask me that a lot.
What?
Cause I told them I got hella sisters, and they were like, what's it like being raised around a lot of women? It's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know no different. I'll turn out just fine, you feel me?
Like, was there ever a point in your life where you were kind of embarrassed of me?
No.
No, not at all. No. Why? Like, we have aunties and uncles who are, you know, gay or lesbian, so we grew up knowing like how things would be. And, you know, now it's different. Now like everybody's more open to it, but like before, like it wasn't a problem to us even when we were younger.
Okay, so knowing that how, you know, Vanna's parents aren't very accepting of me and our family and stuff, like what do you guys think about that?
It's sad, you know, because like for us growing up and knowing you, how you were, you know, and like seeing it from another perspective, like it sucks, you know, because he's not he's so loving and funny, and, you know, and you're an amazing person, you know, and like he's just loved, and, you know, it sucks to not like want to know somebody. Like you don't even, like they're judging somebody off of like they don't even know. Like, but I wish they can give, you know, you guys a chance and just realize like there's, you know, see the bigger picture, I guess you could say. Yeah. Yeah.
So Mars, as an outsider looking in, Juice's friend, like what are your thoughts on same-sex couples parenting now?
I honestly think it is such an admirable thing to do. It takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of, that is a commitment. I mean, not only to the fact that you guys are coming into a world now that is more accepting of your guys' relationship, but now you're taking it a step further and you're adding this extra element of raising a child in this crazy fucked up world. I think it's admirable. I think it's precious. I think it's beautiful. I think it's so dope. And I think it's something that people should know more about, and people should understand. Yes, it is different, but it's no different. Like, you guys are parents and you guys have a child. Now you're not only having to worry about yourself and how people feel about you guys and your relationship, but now you have to worry about how people are gonna view this product of your guys' love, you know? So I think you guys are strong ass, badass women for that, for sure.
Okay, mate, so as the uncle,
what you need to know, man?
You're gonna have to play a major role in, you know, being the male figure, one of the male figures in Cashy's life. What types of things are you gonna teach him to help him become a man?
I don't know. I learned how to be a man from my mama, to be honest. And he got 2 of them. He got lucky, you feel me?
Hi, my name is Sarah.
As my mom. So I came out to you when I was 15 years old.
You're a freshman, yeah? Or you're going to be a sophomore?
Something like that, whatever 15 is.
I know.
So I was leaving the house and I was like, Mom, I'm leaving. And she like was in the bathroom and she was like, are you gay? And I stood there for maybe like 5 seconds debating if I should lie to her, tell her the truth. And I was like, yes, I'm gay. And I walked out of the house.
What did I say?
Nothing. We never talked about it.
Most of your friends were gay. Yeah?
No.
Monica, the one you hung out with?
Yeah, I mean, but I had a mixture of straight friends and like a few gay friends.
I know, but the gay friends always stood out more.
Why do you think that was?
Because, I don't know, they always did. Why? You know, that's a good question. I never thought about it, but...
But you said Grandma had a hard time with it, right?
Well, because she wanted you to marry, you know, somebody at church or something, you know?
No.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Not to say she's not happy, you know. Who wouldn't be happy with Vanessa being their daughter?
So how do you feel, you know, because obviously Cash biologically isn't my child. Like, how does that make you feel?
Don't say things like that.
Well, I'm just asking you.
You know, anybody can have a baby, but a real mother, you know, you don't have to have given birth or even assisted in, you know, what's that word?
Conceiving?
No. It starts with a P.
Penetrate?
What the fuck?
Oh my God, procreation, yeah? That's it, huh?
Okay.
Procreate of a child, no, that doesn't make a mother. No, a mother is there who's gonna be with her kid no matter what's sick. When they go through trials and tribulations, girl, help you because they say a parent's revenge is their children.
Wow. I wasn't that bad of a kid. Okay, so when Cash gets to the age where, you know, he starts to recognize like he has 2 moms, what are you gonna tell him when he asks Grandma, like, why don't I have a dad?
You know what? It's funny because Jess and I talked about this. I said, you know, Akira Vana's hardest thing is not being 2 mothers. It's when their son comes home and asks who's taking him to Father's Sunday. Especially when his best friends, you know, kindergartners could be really mean, you know. You're just gonna have to build Cash a strong backbone, a strong spine so he can get through with anything. Shit happens. He's gonna go through so much stuff in his life. We know this. But you're the one, it's not even me, who's there with him 24/7, who's telling him that, you know, you'll go with him, you'll go with him. It's just a label. That's all it is. You gotta let him understand that no matter what, you're gonna be there. He's gonna be angry. They go through phases, you know, the confusion, the anger, you know, the crying fit, you know, because he's not gonna understand. He's a kid, but you know, it's like teaching him how to ride a bike. If you consistently tell him things, he'll start to boom and be his own man. All you can hope for is that. What do you think?